Hello everybody, how have you been? Our next story is The Invalid story by Mark Twain. Getting from one place to another was very difficult in 1874. The painting shows that people had to rely on horse-drawn carriages to get to the train station. Moreover, people walking toward their train at the station had to avoid horses crossing their path. The trunk in the foreground clearly shows that most 19th century luggage was not easy to handle. Limburger cheese. Limburger is a semi-soft, washed rind cheese that originated in the historical Duchy of Limburg, now divided among three countries, Germany, Belgium, and Netherlands. The cheese is popularly known for its stinky aroma, which has been compared to food odor. After 2 months, the cheese is much smoother and creamy. The literary analysis for this story is dialogue. Dialogue is a conversation between or among characters in a literary work. In prose, dialogue is usually set off by quotation marks, and a new paragraph indicates a change in speaker. Writers use dialogue for this purpose, to reveal character traits and relationships, to advance the action traits and relationships, to add variety, color, and realism to narratives. For example, take a look at the chart. Notice that each person speaking begins and ends with quotes, and that each person speaking is capitalized as normal. Dialect is a way of speaking common to people of a region or group. A dialect's words, pronunciations, and grammar differ from those of the standard form of a language. The author indicates how the dialogue sounds by spelling words the way the character would pronounce them. For example, kind, kinda, nothing, nothing. The author uses dialogue, the character's dialect, to help the reader hear what the character sounds like. By reflecting the way that people actually speak, dialect enhances the realism of a literary work. I suggest you to better understand dialect by saying it aloud. After saying it aloud, you will figure out what the misspelled word is saying. The reading skill is cause and effect again. Now that you have word cause and effect in the necklace, you know that if you ask the following questions, what happened, why did it happen, and what happens as a result, the answer will help you analyze the cause and effect. This time, you will visualize the action to analyze cause and effect. To visualize the action, you should use text details to picture the setting, characters, and action. Use the details of your mental picture to help you identify the relationships between actions and events. As you read, organize your ideas in a chart like the one shown. Look at the pictures at the bottom. Steve turned on the sprinkler. Matt on lawn. Jamie on porch. And sprinkler on lawn. Matt got wet. Jamie just laughed. Now, have you got the idea of how to visualize the action? The Invalid story may be said that death permeates Mark Twain's comic story in a very physical way. The narrator tells the story of the train trip he takes to bring the body of his newly deceased friend to his final resting place. The narrator and railway expressman suffer intolerably from what they believe is the odor of the decomposing corpse. Read the story to find out what is the odor really coming from. Before you read, think about the following statements. It is not right to make fun of death. Even death can be a source of humor. People's superstitions can be humorous. Exaggeration can be an important element in humor. What do you think about it? So, are you ready to read? After you read, I'm sending you a Visualize the Action to Analyze Cause and Effect worksheet. Answer the cause and effect questions on the lines provided and answer the question in 2 paragraphs. Then, I'm asking you to write an informal letter. An informal letter is much less formal than a business letter. It is a letter to a friend, a family member, or anyone with whom the writer wants to communicate in a personal, friendly way. I'm sending you a How to Write a Friendly Letter guide so you can follow the steps and read the example. Write an informal letter of 150 words, write it in Word, letter size 14, and then upload it in Classroom. Alright, have fun!